The first pet took the spotlight in the White House recently. A bunch of kids played with President Obama's dog, Bo, during a visit there. Susan Hendricks talked with an author who's learned some really cool stories about White House pets.
You guys want to see? It is Bo.
That, of course, is First Lady Michelle Obama and Bo welcoming dozens of kids to a White House holiday party. You can see all the kids giving lots of love and attention to our nation's first dog. Joining us now to discuss more about presidential pets is Jennifer Boswell Pickens, a White House social expert and author of the book, Pets at the White House, 50 Years of Presidents and Their Pets. Jennifer, great to talk to you.
Good to talk with you.
I love President Obama's dog, by the way, Bo. Makes me want to buy one, just like Bo.
Absolutely.
How did this idea come about for you to write about presidential pets?
Well, you know, I was a little spoiled growing up. My mom and dad pretty much indulged me with every pet imaginable. And when I was working on the first book, Christmas at the White House, we kept coming across all these fabulous images of first families with their pets. So honestly, before we had finished the first book, we were already well underway working on a second.
I think that it really humanizes the administration when you see them with their pets or something about that. What's the most surprising thing you learned when doing the research?
Absolutely. Just how involved every president honestly is with the pet. I was shocked to learn, you know, one night in the middle of the night, President Ford was awoken by Liberty, his golden retriever, at 3 in the morning. She was pregnant with puppies and needed to go out to go to the bathroom. And so President Ford got out of bed at 3 in the morning, took his dog out on the south lawn to do her business. And sadly, when she was finished, they turned around to come back inside and the president was locked out of the White House. And, you know, they had to start making their way upstairs, trying to get in on the second floor. And here the president and his dog are out wandering around outside of the White House at 3 a.m. unable to get back inside. Mrs. Ford would call them the odd couple that she wasn't sure how the Secret Service missed. So, and I just thought that's a great story. And we don't think about the presidents having to do things like that.
Yeah, you think about their softer side.
And make sure you check out these pictures of presidential pets. You can see them on our website, hlntv.com. Before the break, we saw some really cute pictures of pets living at the White House. But what about some of the more unusual pets living at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue? Here's more of Susan's interview with White House social expert Jennifer Pickens.
What is the strangest pet? Do they normally go with the dog? Any strange pets, exotic animals in the White House?
You know, there have been, in the past 50 years, you really do see primarily dogs and cats. Of course, the Kennedys had the famous ponies. They were the last ones to have stables at the White House. And every little girl wanted a pony after they saw Caroline with hers macaroni. But, I mean, there was, you know, reportedly an alligator during the Adams administration that was Marquis de Lafayette's living in the bathroom. But primarily, you're talking about cats and dogs nowadays. Although the Coolidges were famous for walking their pet raccoons, Rebecca and Reuben, on a leash.
Did you find that most people were fascinated really by the Kennedy administration more than the others?
Some, absolutely. They are such an iconic administration, an iconic family, and we really are so attached to the Kennedys. But when you think about what was the most favorite pets in White House history, I would really have to say there might not be no greater champion of White House dogs other than Millie, Barbara Bush's Springer Spaniel. Roland Mesnier, the White House pastry chef, called her the only truly presidential dog. He would say she was presidential to the core and never barked, walked perfectly beside Mrs. Bush. So although I do think the Kennedys, you know, are so loved by the public, so are a lot of other first pets. You know, first cat Socks, the Clintons' cat, was so famous she was actually on foreign countries' postage.
I remember Socks. I think Bo may come in a close second, though, don't you think, when you see that video of Bo just strolling the halls of the White House? Pretty well behaved.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. He is absolutely precious. And I love Mrs. Obama's really used him sort of as a tool to help her with her campaign against obesity. Reportedly, Bo's favorite food is tomatoes. So he has been a great asset to the White House, and they use him really well. And I do think with today's media and technology, certainly the Bush's dogs, Barney and Miss Beasley and Spot, were also so famous with the Barney cam. So definitely the Bush's, you know, dogs and the Obama's Portuguese water dog are very famous.
Jennifer, thank you. Your book is called Pets at the White House, 50 Years of Presidents and Their Pets.
Well, that was fun. And if you want to see more of the White House pets, from Rebecca the raccoon to Socks and macaroni, just go to our Weekend Express page at hlntv.com.